Hello, are you looking forward to getting back to normal after all these restrictions are getting lifted? Are you looking forward to getting back to doing all the things you did before and living the kind of life that you did before? My name is Alan Heaton, spiritual healer and medium. Welcome to this video. I want to talk about what is going on at the moment with COVID, with restrictions from a more spiritual point of view. From the point of view of what spirit really wants from all of this and why this is all happening, and from what the universe energetically is pushing us towards. There are many things, of course, that we want to do again, and many of them are very positive things: getting out, mingling with friends and family again, doing sports, going to various events and so on and so forth. But one of the reasons for this, what has happened over the last year and 3 months, has been to push us to take a look inwards and have a look at the way we live, to look at the kind of job we have and who we work for and the people we have around us and how we interact with everybody. Is it what we really want? Does it nourish us? Do we feel as if we're really living the kind of life that we're meant to live? And are we following our life purpose? Do we even have any idea what that might be? And so while there are many things that we will be doing again as restrictions are lifted, which are positive, it would be a mistake for everyone to simply go back to exactly the same way of living as before and defeat, from a spiritual point of view, the whole reason for what this has happened, what this COVID incident has been. Now, whether the restrictions really continue to be lifted in Europe and America remains to be seen, because there is a geopolitical power play going on, and this constant yo-yo of changing restrictions every week or so, just because the rate of cases and so-called infections goes up or down or up or down, has got nothing to do with health. This is a kind of psychological warfare against the people. And we are in a spiritual war. Good against bad. We always are. But it has intensified with this attempt by those at the top of the pyramid to centralize power. From their point of view, this is all about the Great Reset, which they are promoting, and the new normal, and build back better. And that attempt by them to completely re-engineer society for their benefit, not for ours. But they will tell us it's for our benefit. And many people will believe it, because they will promise a degree of security. And for many people, unfortunately, that's their main priority. Perceived security provided by the state. But the state cannot provide security. The financial system could collapse in 5 minutes. It's kept alive by confidence. That confidence can disappear very, very quickly. And I worked in the city of London as a commodities and futures trader. I've seen market collapses. I've been there. and seen how quickly things can change. Security, real security in any case, comes from inside, not from statements by the government. And they, of course, will only provide security as they promote it if we agree to certain conditions. So that means we would have to agree to be vaccinated, agree to have certification, agree to keep our mouths shut and not criticize the government, and so on and so forth. Does that sound very spiritual to you? I've noticed that there are quite a few spiritual people on Twitter and on the internet in general who realise what's going on. But then there are others who've been completely sucked into it and support the restrictions, have gone flying off to get their vaccinations without seeming to do any research into what the side effects might be or what the chances of them of suffering death from these vaccines are, which are all experimental, of course, and barely tested. So from a spiritual point of view, we need to be awake. We need to be looking inside at ourselves, and I want you to encourage you to do that. To look at what is important for you in your lives. Everyone is different, of course. And to be aware of what is really going on. And not to get sucked into this fear that has been deliberately created by those at the top, through their politicians, their political pawns, their puppets, and the mainstream media, which has lost all credibility as they have made absolutely no attempt whatsoever at objective reporting at all. And it's always a good idea to sit in silence sometimes, to go for a walk in the nature. If you live in the middle of the city, you can go to a park or walk along a river. Or find somewhere quiet to sit. And listen to the sounds of the birds. And ask Spirit, ask your guides for insight, for a few words of wisdom. And always be prepared to question things. And to think about what your life purpose is. Why you are here. What is your role in all of this? Because if you are awake and understand what's going on, then you have a role to get out there and support people emotionally, psychologically, and also to try and encourage them to not get sucked into this fear, to think about the bigger picture, and to do their own research to form their own opinions. I thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you again in the future.